snowing here in Nebraska. I don't know if you can see that. Just gonna start accumulating and become a snowpocalypse. Snowmageddon. Here in Nebraska, we have snow-nados. Insulin is not that scary. It's actually a lot safer than many of the pills that you might take for diabetes. Insulin is not that scary. It's safer than a lot of the pills and medications that you might take for diabetes. I have here insulin pen. They come in a variety of different colors and sizes and brands. I'm not sponsored by any of the insulin pen manufacturers. I like the pens though. They're just darn convenient. You can stick it in your shirt pocket and take it with you. Basal insulin is insulin that lasts for 24 hours. And the fancier, expensive basal insulins, you just have to take once a day. I usually tell my patients to take their basal insulin in the morning. You can take it at bedtime though. There was a study that showed that people tend to eat more when they take their basal insulin at bedtime. Maybe because they get nervous or something. Not exactly sure why. So I tell patients to take their basal insulin in the morning. 24-hour basal insulin, I usually start patients at 10 units once a day. And then after about a week, once they've gotten used to taking a shot, then we'll increase it based on usually their fasting blood sugar. Don't be afraid of insulin. We may start insulin for you if your A1C is high, like 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13. But with diet and exercise, you may not have to be on insulin forever. If you lose a lot of weight, you really change your diet, a lot of people get off of insulin, so don't think that it's a life sentence. I have a lot of patients who delay starting insulin because they think that it's the end of their life and they're going to be on insulin forever. It's better to control your diabetes now, protect your heart and your kidneys and your eyes and your feet and your microvasculature and your arteries and your brain. Protect it now with a little insulin while you're working on your diet and exercise and changing your lifestyle. And maybe it won't be a life sentence. You might be able to get off of it. But everyone's diabetes is different, of course. Some people, their pancreas just completely shuts down, their A1C goes up to 14, they lose a lot of weight. An insulin pen is really easy to use. And the thing that I like to show you when you're in the clinic is just how tiny this needle really is. It hurts way more to poke your finger to check your blood sugar than it does to take an insulin shot. I doubt that you can even see that needle with this camera, even though it's a high definition camera. Let me try to get closer. Can you see the needle? Can't even see it. So anyway, it is just a few millimeters long, and if you have type 2 diabetes, there's a really good chance that you have enough fat in your belly, like so, you're not even gonna feel it. What you do with an insulin pen is you dial up however many units medical provider tells you to take. 10 units a day is what I start people at. You clean off your belly, you stick it in, hold it, and you push the dial and it will spin down. Hold it there for a few seconds and then take it out. That's all there is to it. These needles actually come in a little pouch kind of plastic thing that you have to open, and then you just screw the needle onto the tip of the pen. If you're only doing 10 units a day, a pen will last you a month, so you'll need to replace these needles and you just screw them on and off. That's really all there is to taking insulin. Insulin does not cause kidney damage. It protects your kidneys, it protects your heart, it protects your brain from super high blood sugars. I have folks who come in all the time and they say, well, I don't want to take insulin because it will ruin my kidneys. Or they hear these things on the streets. It's not the insulin that killed your kidneys, it's never taking your insulin that killed your kidneys. It's having an A1C of 13 for 5 or 10 years that killed your kidneys. Or if you got an amputation, it's not because of the insulin, it's because you weren't taking your insulin. Or you were taking your insulin but you were smoking and drinking pop at the same time, and you're going to lose your legs if you do that. You're going to have a heart attack. This needle is a little bit bigger. Again, you just dial up your dose. So it says 10, and the 10 is, there's a little white line there pointing to the 10. And you stick it in, you push so that it dials down, hold it for a few seconds, and then pull it out. You just do that once a day. Now, you can also get mealtime insulin in a pen. At my free clinic, I only prescribe fancy, good, modern insulin. I don't prescribe that old crap like NPH and regular insulin. It's too variable in the onset and the peaks. You never know when your blood sugar is going to drop. You never know when to check your blood sugar. You don't know what time of day to take that kind of insulin. Once in a while, I will continue a patient on it if they like it or if that's all they can afford. This stuff, you can't afford it if you don't have health insurance. But these companies are very gracious to provide free insulin or vouchers for coupons for low-cost insulin for people who don't have health insurance. And we apply for those programs every day. We have people sign the applications, fill them out, and we send in applications every day. And it's a huge benefit for people who have diabetes because one of these pens may cost a few $100s, and if you're taking more than 10 units a day, which an average dose is more like 70 units, 70 to 100 units or even higher. I have patients who are taking 200 or 300 units a day. If you're buying a $200 pen and you have to buy 4 or 5 of them a month, that's really expensive. But these companies are pretty awesome, and they provide medications for low-income people at no cost. If you are taking old school insulin, because that's all you can afford, because at Walmart it's about 20 bucks, 20, 30 bucks, 40, depending, to get a vial of the old school insulin, like NPH or regular insulin. But we can get you on the good stuff that will actually control your blood sugars without having hypoglycemia or low blood sugars. And it's a lot safer. People like it a lot better. Don't be afraid of insulin. If you need it for a while, take it. If your medical provider recommends it, then start it. Don't be scared of it. There's a lot worse things for you, like smoking, for example. It's really hilarious when the people come in who are smoking 2 packs a day and they say, I don't want to put foreign substances into my body, so I'm not going to take insulin. Like, hello? You're smoking 2 packs a day and drinking Mountain Dew. Do you have any questions about insulin? Leave comments, send me questions on the blog, send me a tweet on Twitter, send me a Facebook message. I'm not going to take the place of your medical provider. I can answer questions because I'm a nurse, and nurses are really good at answering questions. Hi, my name is Mark Harvey. I run the blog Diabetic Dogma Lysis. My name is Mark Harvey. I'm a family nurse practitioner at a free clinic for people who do not have health insurance and are low income. My specialty is diabetes, hypertension, chronic illnesses, helping people to change their life by quitting smoking, losing weight, eating healthier, starting to exercise. Did you know that avocado is a superfood? There are several things that I list as superfoods. Avocado is one. Kale is another one. Liver, kale, avocado, and homemade sauerkraut. Those are superfoods. I'm gonna go eat an avocado now.